Okay, friends, family, and folks, welcome to the top of the hill. Canada here, and I'm just doing some gathering of information around Pandora's box. And pan means like what you know it to mean. Lots, many, widespread. And Dora is usually meant and reserved for the roots of the earth, bringing gifts from below and bringing it into the soul. And what's interesting about Pandora's box is Dora got somehow changed from vesel, which was used back in the day to hold oil and grain and wine, all the good things, and even your soul, according to some people. Certainly where they put deceased bodies until a different time of being able to bury them. These are all things I've been learning this morning, and I just wanted to share them with you. And so Pandora's box really isn't about letting out anxieties and fear and the worry, the hurry to worry, which is what we often use Pandora's box to refer to. And that's a myth that has, over time, just changed its meaning. And it's because Dora got changed from gift to mean something that isn't good. That's leaving out some details. But Pandora's box was not opened by Pandora. It was actually opened by two brothers. I won't say opened by, but one brother was, what was his name? Metheus, the first Panmetheus, maybe. And he was the god that bartered and kind of almost took fire to bring culture in the myth. Of all these myths and stories, brought fire to humanity, which brought culture to humanity, because we gathered around fires, we shared food around fires, we shared our ideas and information around fires, right? And so it's about bringing culture to the world. But he paid a really, really large price for that. And I guess I won't go into that exactly, but he was chained to a boulder and eaten by vultures, his liver. But his liver would regrow overnight, showing that we can fall down, but we can also get back up. But Epimetheus was the brother that actually opened the box, and it's always been said as though it was Pandora, and that's just not the truth according to the original myth and story. So what is a myth? People say, oh, that's a myth. A myth does not mean that it is not true. A myth is a story that holds great truth that we can pass along in stories to other generations because we learn through stories. And what's interesting about today's story in the world is we do have a pandonium. Is that the word? Is that the word? That's not quite the word. Meaning that we're just running in fear. And why? Because we have an Epimetheus voted in. And an Epimetheus is a person who cannot see forward. They can only see what their actions do after they do them. They are very short-sighted. Does this sound familiar to you? To Mr. President Trump and how he messes around with all of society, causes huge problems, and then draws them back, says, oh no, I meant to do that. When he finds out that you're getting sued left and right from California and everything else because you're doing everything illegal. But we've given him so much power, right? So much power that he can open any box he wants. And once the box is open, folks, it's pretty hard to close it. So this is Canada here, and we got so many friends in the United States that they're saying, oh my goodness, they just want to embrace us. They put up signs that say, we're sorry, Canada. There's no reason why their country should be treating our country the way it is. We are one of the strongest economies together there ever has been. And he's just destroyed it. But he's also, more importantly, destroyed trust, right? And so how do we repair that? That's the Pandora's box. We can fix a lot of things with money, but we can't fix trust. Not easily, anyway, because we would be foolish to trust the relationship again. Where does that leave us, right? It leaves us in such a sad place. It's not about the people. It's about the power and the arrogance that we have given a really sick, unhealthy, mentally unstable human being that is really opening the Pandora's box on greed. And the good part is there's two brothers to this myth. And the other brother hangs from a boulder and lets his liver get eaten right out and regrows it overnight and lets it get eaten out the next day again. And that's the hope of the world, that we can keep struggling and struggling and regrowing because we got children in 7 generations after us depending on it. So I don't know what that means, step by step, day by day. But all you followers out there, thanks for listening, and hopefully we can rebuild something in this world that has something to do with civil nature. And that starts one person at a time. Let us do our part. Thanks for listening. Cheers. Have a great day.